Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to No Boring Days. Today I'm going to talk about how I find or plan my different cycling routes. A few weeks ago, I got an email from a Bill, and let me read the email. I would like to ask how you plan your rides, find routes to go on such single tracks or trails or adventure places. I've been riding mostly on road, but I want to adventure to places where it isn't as crowded, like Busay or Manipis. Busay or Manipis is like a regular road route here in Cebu. A lot of people go there. And this is from Bill. I appreciate these questions. I love it when people ask questions, when people write in the comments of the videos. So thank you, Bill, for sending this. I think before I get into the details of how I find different routes or how I plan different routes, I think the most important thing is to start really with the mindset that it's okay to get lost. Now, quick caveat, I live here in Cebu, Philippines. I am familiar with the people here, with the culture here, and generally speaking, here in Cebu, it's pretty safe and there's always people around. And of course, it also helps to just go cycling with your friends, to explore together, so at least you are with other people when you are lost. So let's talk about how I plan or how I find out about these different routes. When I was a new cyclist, I didn't really have a group of people who I cycled with, because I cycled as a commute in the beginning, so I didn't have a cycling group. And I eventually discovered Strava. There's a leaderboard for the different segments in my area. A segment is basically a climb or a piece of road or a route that people have decided they want to see who goes fastest in that route. So I would look at the leaderboards, I would check the different riders in the leaderboard, and I would basically just follow their routes. And I discovered a lot of different routes that way. Eventually, those routes became familiar to me, and I would keep passing those routes, and at some point, I would realize that there are different side roads along the way. And one of the things that I would do would be to just go to the side roads and follow, see where they went. And I would also use different maps to see if those side roads connected anywhere. There are three map applications that I like to use. I'm sure there's a lot more out there, but I like to use Google Maps, the Strava Maps, and Komoot. Google Maps for the satellite view, so you can get a sense of where the road is going, what's around it, and also for street view. A lot of the main streets and even a lot of the main dirt roads, there is already a Google Street View, so you can get a sense of what the roads look like. And when you don't know what the roads look like, one other tool that I like to use is Komoot. Once you set a route in Komoot, Komoot tells you what kind of terrain it is there. Now, I don't like here in the Philippines, I don't think it's very accurate, but it'll give you a sense of what kind of terrain to expect. And the other thing that I like to do with Strava is use their heat maps feature. I like using their heat maps feature because it'll show me if other cyclists have been there before. And if other cyclists have been there before, then it is likely a route that is bikeable, that you can bike through. Either that or they just carry their bikes on their shoulders and walk. But either way, it'll give you a good sense of what is possible through the different routes. Then after planning the different routes, using the different maps, seeing, just doing my homework as to what kind of routes are available, then I just go and give them a try. But there are also times that I've just seen people go inside trails and I just followed them. There's this particular trail that I found. The Strava segment is called Single Track on Vista Verde. I remember that very vividly. I was biking there with my cousin and she was a new cyclist, so we weren't going to do anything crazy, but I saw these mountain bikers all of a sudden get off the road and they went on a single track that I did not know was there, that I probably would not have seen unless I saw the mountain bikers pass there. So eventually I went back, tried that route for myself, and found a single track. And also, if you can take advantage of some local knowledge, people who live in the area, people who bike around that area a lot, then you are going to find a lot of cool stuff. Like here in Cebu, Liloan is pretty good. Minglanilla I heard is pretty good. But those are places that are a little bit far from where I live, so I don't get to go there very often. And I have asked people who live in that area if they could go with me on a bike ride, and they just show me around. And those are fun rides. And if you are feeling adventurous and want to try something different, I believe Strava and Garmin also have random routes tools. Like it'll randomly choose a route for you. And I've done that previously with my Garmin. I went to this area in Cebu called Danao because it's a road ride. It's a coastal road ride. And I was wondering if there was a way back from Danao to Cebu City via the mountains. And Garmin just made a route. I still got lost. I ended up in a dead end and had to push my way back, literally push my bike up a hill back to this other mountain. And I eventually asked some of the locals there, and they told me which way to go. But it was possible. And so that's some of the things that I do to plan my routes, to discover new roads. Let me know in the comments what you guys do. How do you discover new roads? Is there something that I can improve on with some of the tools that I use? Are there tools that are better? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys. And subscribe. No boring days. More videos soon.